Alright, hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I didn't really charge my battery, so my camera is running out soon. I'm going to try to make this one short, but I know it's going to be long. That's what she said. But don't. Bad joke. Okay, so usually I want to talk about positive things, but for today, man, my brakes are going out on this thing. You can hear it. These brakes are not good anymore. Anyways, alright, so I wanted to talk about things that have been bothering me about Japan lately. So every country has, has its pros and cons, and every country has crimes, and there's no one perfect country. I just want to start that off by saying that. And I really do truly love Japan. Look at how beautiful Japan is. This is a park near my house. Recently I've been seeing a lot of news, just weird news in Japan. Just like I'm sure you know about this new, this Twitter killer, and how there's all these people that wanted to. So you see that? You hear that? I used to hate people with these noisy brakes, but now I'm one of those people. And I can't, I gotta go slow, I can't go fast. Anyways, there's this Twitter killer where people have talked about wanting to commit suicide on Twitter, and then he then reaches out to them and helps them by killing them. So it's not really them committing suicide. But not only that though, but the women, I think it was 9 women, maybe 8, I'm not sure. And then one of them was a guy, because it was one of the brothers looking for the sisters. But and sorry about that noise. He also abused their body, their corpse, while they're dead. So this guy was one sick individual. But yeah, stuff like that, crimes like these, they happen all the time. You know what's a common crime? Where when you get older, you should get a pension, and sometimes some of these families, they their family members died, like their mother or father, and then they just keep their corpse in their body up to sometimes even up to a year, just to collect the pension money. And so those kind of crimes happen a lot. A lot of rape happens from men, and they're usually younger girls, and I don't know. And then most of the time they kind of get away with it. Sometimes it's school teachers, and then they still go back to work. I was watching this thing on, I think it was Vice, but it was verbal abuse from coaches, and this boy committed suicide because of this. And the principal they tried not to, they try to sweep it under the rug, because they didn't want to be known, I guess, for having a school that has those kind of problems. But in most of these cases, the teachers, they still go to work, or they're protected by the principals. And I thought that's kind of weird. But these types of crimes have weird, I mean, in America you get crimes like kids getting shot by drive-bys, and they're just kind of bystanders, and those are sad stories too. And I think when you live in America, you get kind of desensitized to those kind of news, like gang violence. And in my city, in Chicago, during the summer, people get shot, 20 people get shot in one weekend, and that's kind of normal. I mean, it's not normal, but that's something that happens a lot. So crimes do happen a lot in other countries too, like my country, but the crimes here just kind of creep me out. And Japan is a beautiful country when you come visit, but once you start living here, you kind of see stuff like that. And the news that I was reading was like Tokyo Reporter, so it's like it's news about Japan, but they gather other news information, I believe, and then they put it out in English for people who are foreigners like myself, or people who want to read about news about Japan. I mean, I don't know how true these news places are, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty true, because I think this kind of stuff happens a lot. And like I don't know, I feel like if I had a family, I don't know if I want to have a family, but if I wanted to have kids, and if first I was thinking, oh, if they're a girl, you know, I would really worry, because there's a lot of guys here that take advantage of women. And then I was thinking, oh, if I have a boy now, then, you know, there's a good chance they could be abused and I don't know, by school, and they could commit suicide. So I mean, I think it's pretty tough being a Japanese person in Japan, a student. Okay, like there's kids at school on a Sunday. I think there's like a sports club or something. But well, yeah, see, like I feel like I'm creeping out, because I have a camera on myself, and you know, I'm going by a school, so I feel a little bit I'm like, you know, doing something wrong here. But I feel like, you know, even like me being a male, like a male that's like 30 to 40, and you know, I feel like when I look at a girl, or like, you know, like even a woman, I feel like they're like cautious eyes, you know. Like if you're in America and you look at a woman and you kind of smile, they'll smile back at you. But here, I feel like they're kind of like, I don't know, they kind of get creeped out. I think that's just my that's just my feeling. And I feel like, you know, like what's really popular is like the porn industry is really popular in Japan. And I think because they recruit vulnerable women. And I don't know, like even my girlfriend, I think I've told this story one time, but there was a time when she went to like a big station, and some guy came out and was like, you know, I'll give you like 5,000 to come eat with me. So it was like $50. And she just got creeped out, and she's like, no. But you know, this kind of stuff happens, and like, who knows who this guy is. Like there's a lot of prostitution here, and even though it's illegal, it happens a lot. I mean, in my other video, the guy came up to me and said if I wanted to have sex, but it's very, you know, common in Asia, actually. I mean, actually, it's probably common everywhere. You probably just don't see it as much. And like when I was in when I was at my other work, I'm gonna do a vlog here. I don't have any more batteries, but I'm gonna try to get this store. But yeah, when I was at my other job, the two girls told me like it's really common, not common, but because I was asking them about like why do they have like women have their own cars on the train during rush hour, and it's because they get groped a lot. So now they have specific women trains, like car trains for each individual. So I was asking them, does this happen a lot? And they told me when they're young, one girl told me when she was young that either she got groped, she got groped on the train. And then the other girl told me like when she was in high school, she got groped as well. And the the area that I used to live in, that was kind of deemed to be dangerous, and I thought it can't be that dangerous. It's Japan, and so I lived there. But I asked my coworker why it's so dangerous there. But my coworker said that her friend, when she was younger, that some guy came up to her and was wearing no clothes underneath his jacket and showed everything to her. And I mean, I guess to me it sounds funny, but I shouldn't be laughing. I'm sure it was very traumatic for her, but I think stuff like that happens all the time. Me, I don't see it firsthand, but I hear about all these things. So I think Japan is a country where women and children are very vulnerable, and they get taken advantage of very easily, and I feel kind of not good about it. So lately I've been hearing a lot of news like this, and it's just kind of been really bothering me, because you think you live in this perfect utopia. Not really, but this is as close as it's gonna get, maybe, unless you live on an island. Unless you're like Richard Branson and you live on an island by yourself and you own it. But you think Japan is pretty good, people are nice, everything is good, but then you hear these stories all the time. I hear like every week there's some sort of story where a man molests a girl, and it's his like teacher. Or like, oh yeah, last week I saw a news where the man was stealing underwear from the girl's balcony, and he couldn't help himself, and so he raped her. And I was like, wow, that's so crazy. But I hear this type of news all the time, every week, at least twice, something 2 times a week, something like this happens. And sometimes it's like a person of power, person who's like their teacher, maybe their boss, and even like people like, I feel like this is a very common thing, because it's on this show that I've been watching. It's called Alice in Borderland, and in the show, I mean, it's obviously fiction, but the woman has to sleep with the boss to get advanced in her job. So I feel like this is very common, and I don't know where these guys get it from. But suicide in Japan killed more people than the coronavirus. I mean, can you imagine that? This year alone, suicide has killed more people than coronavirus. I mean, let that sink in. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? So like all these suicide, societal problems, plus these problems with men molesting women, children, it just doesn't just feel right, because I also am a teacher. I teach children. So I don't know, let me know what you think. I know it's a little bit edgy, I think, but I think I thought maybe people want to know this kind of stuff and these first-hand stories. So let me know what you think. I'm sorry if it's a little bit downer today, but thank you for watching, and goodbye.